First things first, Zach. The Cadillac you picked out, right color?
Yes, sir.
Equipped just the way you said it had to be equipped?
Yes, sir.
You know it's got the balance of the factory warranty left?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you know it comes with the APCO Advantage?
Yes, sir.
What happens if you find a vehicle like this with the same advantages advertised somewhere cheaper in the next 5 days?
Are you coming back a check for the difference?
I cut you a check back for the difference. What about in 2 days from now? Your dog just started barking at it, won't stop. What could you do with it?
I just have to live with it, I guess.
No, you could bring it back and exchange it, remember? Okay, oil changes. They're not going to cost you 60 or 70 bucks for the next foreseeable future. How much are they going to cost you? $19.26. Okay? And tire rotations. What are they going to cost you?
I don't know, about $20? $25?
No money at all. Okay? We're going to save you over $1,000 just in the next 5 years in maintenance because of the Atzenhofer Advantage. Okay? I just want to remind you about all that stuff. Now, here is your opportunity. There's the price that brought you in. We love your vehicle. We're going to buy it. We're going to buy it based on the miles, years, make, model, and condition. Okay? There's your balance to finance. Now, I'm going to give you multiple choices here. And there's a good, every one of these numbers is a great number. It just depends on you. Look, most stores in Texas aren't going to show you a 36-month payment. Why? Because those payments are really high. But you know what those payments are? Those payments are the most economical way for you to purchase this vehicle. You're going to pay fewer finance charges at 36 months than you will at the other terms. You're going to build cash value faster, which will give you the opportunity to trade it sooner if you so desire. And you're also going to get to the dream payment faster. You know what the dream payment is, don't you, Zach?
No, it is.
That's no payment at all, okay? Now, at 60 months, the payment's way more comfortable and it's way more flexible. You can pay it off early, gains many of the same advantages I just talked about here. Just do it in your own time frame. There is no prepayment penalty. 48 months is the best of both worlds. Now, up here, we've got cash options. The more you put down, the fewer the finance charges you pay, the quicker you build cash value, but it's completely up to you. $3,900, $5,200, or $7,800. Which one of those works best for you?
Well, I guess to go back to my trade, you're giving me how much for?
I'm not giving you anything for your trade, okay, Zach. The market has dictated that your vehicle is worth exactly that. Now, which one of these cash numbers makes the most sense to you?
That's weird because when I went to Toyota, they told me it was that they're going to give me about $2,000 more than which you're saying that the market's offering me.
Okay. Well, what Toyota has done is what a lot of dealers do. They create what they call an over allowance. They find someone like you who gets stuck on a number for their trade and they inflate the value of the trade-in, but on the other hand, they're not inflating, or they're inflating the value of their vehicle as well. So basically, they're robbing Peter to pay Paul. Okay, that's what your vehicle's worth according to the market. Now, which one of these cash down amounts works best for you?
Well, as far as the cash down, wouldn't it be different as far as the amount, and as far as on my part would be less if you gave me more for my trade? On their part, they gave me $2,000 more, which meant that I had to put 19 instead of 39. So we're even off of inflation on my trade. Well,
no. Okay, look, they inflate the trade number. Okay, then they deflate your cash number, but they inflate the vehicle price, and then you end up with a higher payment. We don't want that to happen. All right? So, which one of the cash number is going to work best for you?
Give me a pencil.
but look, I would do this with a customer just like this. Now, but make no mistake about it. If it gets more serious, and Zach goes, Steve, you don't understand. I'm not picking a cash number because I don't think you're giving me enough for my trade. Then I'm going to have to go to another type of justification. Okay, Zach, would 13.5 make more sense to you? It's another $2,000.
So giving me more from here, does that mean you're going to add more to the selling price of the vehicle?
No, I wouldn't. See, we don't do that here.
Okay.
That's a Toyota trick. That's not what we do. All right? And the reason I threw out 13.5 is we think this vehicle can be worth $14,000. Okay? That's what we think this vehicle can be worth. But the way it sits right now, someone's going to have to pour $2,000 into it to make it worth $14,000. Now, the question I've got for you is, would it make sense for us to put the $2,000 into it because our job is to resell it? Or would it make more sense for you to put the $2,000 into it even though you're not going to drive it anymore? That wouldn't make any sense, would it?
Right.
No.
I was just trying to get everything that I can. Just for my neighbor traded in his Ford truck. 13 grand is what you gave him for it. Sitting out there for 20 grand. I mean, where's the? I mean, how?
If in fact, okay, and I don't know that particular deal, but if in fact we gave him $13,000 for it, and if in fact that truck is sitting out there for $20,000, I'm going to guess we put somewhere between $4,000 to $5,000 into it. Okay, look, when we take a vehicle in trade. We've got to create a nearly new vehicle in order to remarket it. And that means we're going to pour money into it. Now, we can pour money into it a lot more economically than you can. For example, we buy hundreds of tires every single month, so we're going to get a better price on tires. We're going to change the oil, we're going to do the transmission fluid. We're going to do all that at a lower cost than any consumer could do it. So if in fact that's the case, I promise you we put at least that into it because I know what our gross margins are on our used cars. We have to be at the market, Zach. We can't be above market. If we advertise a vehicle that's above the market, guess what happens? Phones don't ring, email inboxes don't fill up, nobody shows up. On this vehicle here, had the price been out of whack, would you have showed up? No, we weren't the only website you checked out, were we? If we didn't have a competitive price, Zach, you wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be having this conversation. Now, I promised you a couple things. I promised you this would be pleasant. Has it been?
Yes, sir.
I promised you it'd be quick. You're slowing us down, okay? I need you to choose one of these cash amounts.
Between